This video is going to be short. I didn't plan to make it. And this is something that I really want to talk about. There's so much going on when it comes to people teaching us how to be respected by others, how to gain other people's respect. But my question has always been, why is their respect so important to me? Why should it be so important to me? And the reason is we are so obsessed nowadays with the validation of other people, and it's not just online. It's not just with people that we don't know. It's people that we know. It's people that we work with. It's people that it's with our friends. It's with our family. We are constantly looking for approval and validation. Someone to come and tell us, "You are worthy of respect. My respect shows that. You are worthy of being appreciated. My appreciation shows that." And this is automatically giving all of your power in other people's hands and telling, yeah. I need you to tell me that I'm worthy. I need you to tell me that I matter. I need you to tell me that I deserve respect, because how else would I know that? How else would I get this feeling within my heart, within my sacral, that I matter, that I deserve, that I am worthy? What I really believe is it's way more important to have self-respect than to have other people's respect, because other people's respect is always conditional. It's based on who they are. It's based on what they respect. It's based on their conditioning, on their values, on what they have been conditioned to perceive as respectable and valuable and worthy. And if it's someone who doesn't align at all with what you believe to be true, with what you believe to be important, to what you believe to be valuable, you are going to be so misaligned with those people that you will go such a long way just to get approval from those people, and it would never be genuine. And when you don't get that respect, you will try to do your best to mold yourself into what they find respectable. But it's going to kill your individuality. It's going to kill your self-expression. It's going to kill you inside slowly. So what I want you to think about is, why does the respect of other people, specific people or just people in general, matter to me more than my self-respect? Because this is the irony and the paradox. When you crave people's respect, validation, acceptance, approval, you mold yourself to be someone else to get that approval. But this is when and where you lose your self-respect. Because you tell yourself, you tell your inner child, you tell your soul even, no, this is who I am, but that person that I am internally, that I'm meant to be, that I was born to be, this is not good enough. I must become something else. This is where people pleasing comes from, and the people pleaser never respects themselves. As a former people pleaser and a person that had to deal with so much anger healing those wounds of people pleasing, I can tell you, there is no one's action that you resent more than your own. Basically what you say to yourself is, the way that I behave, the way that I perceive the world, the way that I see things, the way that I act, the way that I think, my value system, my personality is not good enough. It's not respectable. It's not what is being accepted. And this again is a consequence of conditioning. This is a consequence of being raised in environments when you were not accepted. You were wearing a mask the whole time. This is a natural defense mechanism. This is a natural survival mechanism for children to feel safe in their family, in their school, whatever they are. This is a natural mechanism. But when you are grown up, when you are adult, you have the choice. When you are a child, you depend on other people. You depend on their resources, you depend on their care, someone must feed you, you need a home. But when you are an adult, you don't need those things from other people, or at least you have the choice to not need them. And this is where the real work must begin. Because as long as you're denying yourself and you are considering other people's opinions of you, other people's respect of you as more important than your own self-respect, you are never going to feel confident, you're never going to feel content, you're never going to feel worthy in your own eyes. I want you to think about the next time when you want someone's approval, is that person worthy? Is that person aligning with your values? Is this who you really want to be? Why do you believe that they are more important than you, that their respect is more important than your own? Why do you believe that someone else's view of you is more important than your own? Have you ever considered your view of yourself worthy? How do you talk to yourself? What is the way that you would describe yourself to a stranger? I want you to really think about it. I have also created a whole journal with questions like this, and I'm going to upload it on my Patreon. This is the journal that I mentioned in my previous video about healing people pleasing, because I know how damaging people pleasing is. I know that a people pleaser doesn't respect themselves. I know I am not a therapist. I have read a lot, I have done a lot of research on this topic, but from my personal experience with people pleasing, I can tell you that a people pleaser doesn't respect themselves. Because when you here is the thing, you don't need to make anybody respect you when you respect yourself. You don't have to behave in a certain way. You don't have to do something specific. When you respect yourself, people feel that in your aura, people feel that in your energy, people see that in the way that you behave, in the way that you conduct yourself, in the way that you even stand, your posture even. And also, when someone says something disrespectful to you, you're not going to brush it off. You're not going to smile and say, how funny. You're not going to laugh at their stupid jokes. You're not going to just let it slide. You are going to address it. You're going to hold people accountable. You don't need to be disrespectful. You don't have to act the way that they act. It can be done with so much gentleness and grace, but it's still going to be firm. When you respect your boundaries, people will have no choice to respect them. When you truly respect your boundaries, when you truly have the boldness to stand up for yourself, people are going to realize at the first time, at the second time, it might not be a second time, but people will see, oh, I cannot play with this person. I cannot play my silly games. I cannot make the underhanded jokes or the underhanded compliments. I cannot say the things that the passive aggressive remarks. No. I'm going to be held accountable. And this is where people learn to respect you. Here are the last two things before I go to the gym. When people when they disrespect you, they usually have intention. It's very uncommon that people disrespect you with no reason and with no intention. Usually people disrespect you with intention, that you feel small, that they make you uncomfortable. The game changer is when you become bold enough, and this is through working with your nervous system. When you become comfortable with making other people uncomfortable as an answer to their disrespect. Because for such a long time, I had to go through so many situations that caused me a lot of pain, a lot of embarrassment. When I realized that the only reason that people continue to disrespect me is because I put their comfort over mine. I know how to answer them. I could even destroy them with my words and with my actions if I decide to. I could really put them on the spot at the moment they try to disrespect me. What I was doing? I was afraid of making them uncomfortable. I was afraid of addressing the situations because I was going to feel uncomfortable when I make them uncomfortable. And this is a huge part of people pleasing. And this is something that you need to work on. You need to start right now. You need to work with your nervous system. People pleasers are not used to making other people uncomfortable because when you were a child, it had consequences. And there is another thing that I want to say to you. People pleasers are not weak people. This is just a conditioned nervous system. You are not someone else's doormat. You are not. You were conditioned to feel unsafe in conflict. Because there were consequences. It might have been abuse. It might have been punishment. It might have been rejection, mockery, many things. But there were consequences to you making other people uncomfortable. You might have even made them uncomfortable just with your energy alone. This is another thing that I will talk about in many other videos. When you are born with a specific energy, when you were born with energy that stands out, energy that is powerful, that makes people uncomfortable just because your vibration triggers them and triggers their demons, people, even your family, your friends, people at school, people, strangers, colleagues, they will try to make you feel down because this is what you make them feel very often. This is not always the case, but from my own experience, the people that want to bring you down, they already feel below you and they want to drag you down because they don't like that feeling. It's very uncomfortable for them, especially people in power. For example, your boss or your colleagues or even people in your family or just friends that had some power over you for a while, for example. The moment that you challenge the pattern, the moment that you challenge the narrative, people get so uncomfortable that they're going to try to attack you in any possible way, in any possible form, especially if they know your weaknesses, just so they can drag it down to the level that you were. People pleaser doing whatever they want to, doing whatever you are capable of to make other people happy with you, other people not rejecting you, other people not denying you their love, even their attention, but you don't need them. If someone, this is the last thing and I'm going to the gym. If someone likes and wants to see the version of you that is small, self-conscious, insecure, weak, not being bold enough to chase their dreams, to stand up for themselves, to express themselves, to take up space. If someone wants that version of you, if someone likes that version of you, if someone shames you the moment that you try to grow out of that version of you, this person must be out immediately. This person must be out of your life the moment you notice that behavior. Because that person, they don't want the best for you. They don't have the best interest in your best interest in heart, in mind. It might be your family. It might be your closest friends. It might be the people that you want to work with. It might be people that you admire. It might be people that you want to be around. It might be a lover. It might be a partner. It might be anybody. Get rid of them. Leave the situation or remove them from your life. Because baby, when you are attached to those people, because when you seek someone's approval, someone's acceptance, someone's love, anything, we get attached because this comes from wounding. I have mastered detachment for one reason. If I see that a person only shows me the things that I deserve to receive, love, acceptance, praise, gratitude, whatever you want to become from another, to receive from another person, if they only give you that when you are that version of yourself that we already discussed, they don't really love you. They love what you do for them. Because the people pleaser is usually the one that is always there for people. When you call them, they're always there. They're the friend to go to. They are the colleague that always responds. They are the one that always makes other people's favors. You are always the one that listens, that gives good advice, that asks, how are you? What's going on with your life? Can I help you? People love that. But do they do that for you? Can you call anybody and share your problems with them? There are probably a few people in your life that would do that, but how many? You need to really think about it, because I know that healing people pleasing is the best thing you will do for you. It will make a lot of people uncomfortable. A lot of people will try to resist your change. Go. Make the next step and the next step. Don't look back, and don't be afraid to cut anybody off, to lose the things that don't belong to you anyways. And don't be afraid to be who you are.